welcome to another episode of Senior Travel Adventures. This time around, we're going to have some really great interviews, some wonderful pictures that we're going to share from all over the world. So please stay tuned, and we'll be right back. In this segment of Senior Travel Adventures, I'm going to be discussing volunteering while traveling, sometimes known as voluntourism or giving back, and share some stories of a few people and companies that create this type of travel opportunity, including Sheila Fitzgerald of EVA and Chris Bronlick of Conservation VIP. Traveling the world isn't just about sightseeing in some cases. It can be about making a difference. So this volunteerism or voluntourism travel allows mature adventurers to explore new destinations while giving back. And you can work with local communities, conservation efforts, and social initiatives. And for those who are looking to add purpose to their journeys, this type of travel offers a fulfilling way to connect with people and places on a much deeper level. So why would you choose this type of travel, which I like to call giving back travel versus voluntourism? First of all, you're helping local communities. Many travelers want to leave a positive impact on the places they visit. Voluntourism or giving back provides opportunities to contribute to meaningful projects such as teaching English, building homes, or supporting healthcare initiatives. It allows you to have cultural immersion. Volunteering offers a unique chance to engage with local communities, fostering genuine connections and cultural exchange beyond what traditional tourism might provide. It also is a chance for lifelong learning, a big thing that is important to me. Whether assisting with this conservation projects or historical preservation, voluntourism allows travelers to gain new skills and knowledge. It has active and engaging travel. For those who prefer active vacations, this type of travel offers hands-on experiences that keep both body and mind engaged while exploring new places. Types of volunteer travel could be environmental and wildlife conservation. You could help protect endangered species, restore coral reefs, work on forest projects, work with animals. You can work with education and community development, teach language, mentor young students, or assist in skill building programs. You can assist in disaster relief and humanitarian aid, contributing to rebuilding efforts in communities that were affected by natural disasters all over the world. You might be working in agriculture or sustainable living, working on organic farms or assisting with permaculture projects or support sustainable tourism initiatives. Considerations for mature travelers, though, are physical demands. You should choose programs that match your fitness level and comfort zone. You should choose reputable organizations. You need to research ethical programs to ensure that your efforts have genuine impact. Program length and flexibility is also something to consider. Some opportunities last a week, while others extend or could extend for months. You should find a commitment that fits your schedule. You should consider accommodations and accessibility, lodging options, local amenities, and ease of transportation. These are all just a few of the things that you should consider as you think about doing volunteerism or voluntourism. Now I want to talk about Sheila Fitzgerald and her story. She has an inspiring journey of resilience, community, and the power to travel to make a difference. Sheila never set out to become a tour operator. It happened all by accident. In 2018, after ending a difficult relationship, she embarked on her first give back travel experience. It was life-changing for her. She committed to doing one volunteer-focused trip every year, completing journeys in 2018 and 2019. Then, like so many other travelers, COVID stopped it all and put our plans on hold. But Sheila picked up where she left off in 2022, heading to Costa Rica. But the company that organized the experiences, went bankrupt that year, leaving many travelers stranded and out of pocket. As a certified money advisor, Sheila decided to take action. She started a Facebook group to help people recover lost funds, and it quickly gained a lot of traction. From there, she built another group, this time to reconnect travelers with reliable tour operators who had been left in the lurch. That too was a success. The demand kept growing, and before she knew it, Sheila was organizing her own give-back tours. She expanded her offerings to Morocco, Tanzania, and Northern Ireland. At this point, her accountant and attorney advised her she should make things official. So she got public liability insurance and got the tours bonded. That's when she connected with a specialized travel agency in London, forming a partnership that ensured all of her tours were fully insured and secure. Today, Sheila offers tours to India, Vietnam, Tanzania, Uganda, Northern Ireland, Morocco, and Cape Town. Each journey includes a community involvement and volunteer component, lasting anywhere from 3 to 5 days. The trips are designed to be affordable, typically ranging from $1,800 to $2,700 USD, with itineraries spanning 10 to 14 days. While most tours include the option for private rooms and baths, accommodations during volunteer projects are often shared. As you've been viewing these beautiful pictures, doesn't it make you want to go? It does me. So what's Sheila's advice for travelers? Be brave, step out of your comfort zone, and embrace a different way of life. Be open. Flexibility is key, and if you open your heart to new experiences, these trips can be truly life-changing. The thousands of photos that have captured, you have just seen a short glimpse of them. But if you want to see the magic firsthand, be sure to check her Facebook group out. She's been posting there over the last few days, which is why she's not on the show right now. We have been showing Serengeti and Tanzania and their interaction with the Masai tribe. I also wanted to share her thoughts about one day on the journey that she shared with me. Yesterday brought another incredible experience with a visit to the Masai tribe. Though they are a semi-nomadic people, their settlements remain permanent while they follow their livestock into the mountains during the dry season in search of water. Their culture and traditions have reimagined largely unchanged for centuries. Fire is still started each morning by rubbing sticks, with every hut's fire lit from that source. While modern touches like mobile phones occasionally appear, their diet remains strictly meat, milk, and blood, with women crafting and selling handmade goods to fund water and school supplies for the boys. A traditional goat slaughter took place, a practice done 3 times a week to feed the community of around 200, primarily the chief's 11 wives and over 100 children. The ceremony was quick, peaceful, and deeply respectful. The group was welcomed by the chief's eldest son, Prince Moti, whose hospitality made the experience even more memorable. Here's a short video that Sheila made for me to share with you.
Hi, my name is Sheila Fitzgerald, and I'm really pleased to be with you here today. I'm the owner and founder of a company called EVA Travel Limited. EVA stands for Ethical Volunteering Adventures, and basically we do exactly what it says in the tin. We're an ethical company, so every single tour that we run conforms to ethical standards. So that means no elephant riding, no touching of elephants. Everything we do tries to be sustainable and ethical. We have a volunteering element in all of our holidays as well. So that can be 3 to 5 days of volunteering. And that ranges from perhaps building a chicken coop in Vietnam. It could be working with sloth bears in India, or currently, as we're doing at the moment, we're working with 2 NGOs, both in Uganda and Tanzania, in local schools and communities to understand more about their way of life and how we can assist them. What's very important about volunteering, our volunteering, is that we are not there to tell people what to do. We're there to understand the communities, look at their needs and try to assist them in what they feel they need. And I think that that's a very important part of our volunteering. And finally, the last part of it is adventure. And every single trip with Eva Travel is an adventure. I'm currently standing here tonight in the middle of Tanzania in a town called Moshi. And I've just finished 4 days of safari in the Serengeti and in Ngorongoro. So if I've got a little bit of line here tonight, you have to excuse me. We've had a fabulous time in Tanzania. We've had a fabulous safari. Every trip is completely unique and tailored to you, the client and customer. So, hey, thanks for listening. If you want any information, please go to the website www.evatravel.uk. Thank you.
Sheila calls herself an accidental tour operator, but what she's built is something truly special. Life-changing journeys that give back to communities and leave a lasting impact on those who embark on them. And now I'll discuss some of those in detail. So I am so excited here on Senior Travel Adventures today. Today I have with me Chris Bronlick. She is the Chief Executive Officer and Board Chair of a company called Conservation VIP. Thank you so much, Chris, for joining me today and telling my audience about Conservation VIP.
Debbie, thank you for inviting me. I'm always happy to have more people learn about us, so thank you.
It's great. So what inspired you to organize volunteer travel experience? And you and I talked previously about what this means, but could you tell my audience what this means to those communities?
Sure. When you ask what inspired us, I want to go back to how the organization was founded, because I think it explains a lot about the direction that we take and where we go, that type of thing. They wanted to go to Patagonia to go hiking, like every person who loves the outdoors, especially people who love mountains from California. We all want to go to Patagonia and see mountains, right? So they went down there to go hiking. And when they got there, they were, I hate to use the word appalled, but pretty much appalled at the terrible conditions of the hiking trails. And understand that this is a location where people come from all around the world to go hiking. And the trails were in terrible shape. So they went and talked to the park superintendent. So these two fellows came back to the US and they talked it up with their friends, and they got some more friends from Forest Service and Park Service and people who like the outdoors, and went down and did some trail volunteering. We really ought to set this up as a nonprofit. Okay. They were just running it out of their back, the back room. So really the genesis for it was understanding that there are marvelous parks. I mean, today, Torres del Paine is a sister park of Yosemite. Okay. And yet they had no staff to even help with hiking. So we've now, this organization, the nonprofit Conservation VIP, has been helping out with trails there for 20 years. And I originally became involved in the nonprofit because I signed up for one of the earliest volunteer trips. My husband and I, we love to hike, we love the outdoors, and we always wanted to go to Patagonia. And we said, well, how hard can trail work be? And if we go with a group, we don't have to figure out, where to stay. Our Spanish isn't all that good. It's okay. We can get by, but it's easier with a group. And, this will be fun. So we went down and had so much fun that we went back again the next year.
Okay. And now you have all these trips, which is, to benefit these partner communities, like you mentioned. What do you think, one of the most impactful or memorable? I mean, now that you have, that was your origins, but now that you have more, what do you think one of the most impactful or memorable things you've done so far?
All of our trips have impactful moments for the people on them. When you think about the fact that we travel as volunteers, we have access to places. If you go to, whether it's to Patagonia or Machu Picchu or the Galapagos or Cinque Terre, all these places that we go to, we see things that the average tourist does not see. I'm going to arbitrarily tell you about the most recent trip I went on.
Okay.
Now, I may be CEO, but that doesn't mean I get out in the field a lot. That means I'm tied to the computer too much, okay? But the most recent trip I went on was to Costa Rica. Now, in Costa Rica, we are helping to preserve sea turtles. And sea turtles are, the numbers of sea turtles in the world are significantly decreased in recent years. They're very challenged by beach erosion, by development along coastal areas, which interferes with their nesting, by rising sea temperatures, poaching. Many things are driving down sea turtle populations, and sea turtles are important for the health of the ocean. The one thing we can do is try to help ensure that when they lay eggs, give them the best shot at surviving. Okay.
Right.
So in Costa Rica, we go down to a community on the Pacific coast, way down in the south, and we work with the local community, which has a dedicated locally organized nonprofit to protect the sea turtles who nest there. We help with maintaining the nursery where you move the eggs, but the key things that are really thrilling, in the evening, at night, after dark, we patrol the beaches, meaning we walk up and down the beach and we wear headlamps. You know, you've seen hikers with headlamps on.
Right.
Well, you can get a headlamp with a red light on it, okay? Because you don't want to disturb turtles. But we walk up and down the beach with these red lights looking for sea turtles who are nesting.
Oh.
And when we see one that's nesting, we sit and wait for the mother turtle to finish laying her eggs. So, first of all, if you've never sat in the dark with red headlamps watching a sea turtle lay 100 eggs, you haven't lived, okay?
Right.
It's pretty extraordinary. But they're very matter of fact. I got to tell you, they come out of the water, they go to where they want to go, they dig a hole, they drop the 100 eggs, covered up, and back to the ocean. Okay, that is the extent of mothering for once the egg is laid, that is it. Okay. Now, the problem is there are poachers. There are people who poach turtle eggs, people who pay good money for turtle eggs. So that does not help the survival of the turtles. So after the mother is gone, we dig up the eggs and take them back to a nursery where they're protected until they hatch.
But that sounds like, and that's kind of when I first was hearing about your organization, it is because of those sea turtles, and I am so bad. I'm a sea turtle fan. I've said that many times on my show, but that's amazing story. So one of the things about this whole segment is going to be, I'm talking about volunteerism as a means of travel. Making things meaningful. I think a lot of travelers now, at a certain age particularly, are looking to make something more out of just the experience. And that's why, to me, something like this is of value, because you're seeing the things that you want to see, but you're also giving back.
Right.
We want to leave somewhere at least as good or better as when we showed up.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's a real factor that I am seeing in travel trends today, is both sustainability and green travel. And so many people just throw that green travel moniker on when they're not really green travels, but being able to go to somewhere like what you're doing, and getting those little turtles back to the sea, which is something of interest to me. And I also like to snorkel, so for me, I'm thinking those are two great trips that I would take. I might not go plant trees, because that's probably a little more than I want to do, but that's what's great. But basically, you have a website, and we're going to show the website. We've been showing some pictures of some of the trips along the way, but people can call you and talk to you about this, right? And learn more about all of it.
And I'll also say that, you mentioned that people throw out, and it's more and more common, our trip is green, we help out. we are a nonprofit, which distinguishes us from many others because as a nonprofit, we're actually accountable.
Right.
Whereas a for-profit travel company does not really have to disclose what they do, and most of them don't. We actually post an impact report every year, which describes what we've done. But for each one of our trips, you not only can look at the trip reviews, so you'll see that people like our trips, but you can also read the trip report, which we write at the end of every trip.
Well, we could talk about this for hours, but our time is short. So I again want to thank you so much for coming on the show today, and we will make sure we put up information if people want to learn more about Conservation VIP, and read those impact reports, and even if you want to have a conversation with someone there and ask specific questions, they're more than happy to do that. But I looked at your website. There's some great trips planned. And I hope that people in my audience, if this is something of interest to them, that they will reach out to you. So thanks so much, Chris.
Thank you. Debbie, I want to add one comment. If somebody
Sure.
looks for the website, be
Yes.
sure to notice that it's conservationvip.org.
Yes, we're going to have right
sometimes
now
people
that's on
forget
the screen.
the .org part. So yeah, but
Yeah,
I'd be
that'll
happy
be
to
right
talk
up
to
on the
anybody.
screen.
Yeah, thank you very much. And I'd be happy
No
to talk to
problem.
anybody who has
It'll be
questions.
its own screen, so they'll see
All
that
righty.
conservation.org. So,
Yeah.
all right. Well,
Okay.
you take
Thank you very
care.
much.
All
You
righty.
take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
For our In Our Backyard segment today, I'm going to talk about staycations. What is a staycation? Well, it's a fantastic way to explore, relax, and recharge without the hassle of long distance travel. A staycation is a vacation spot close to home, either by staying in a local hotel, a resort, or even in the comfort of your own home while taking day trips to nearby attractions. It's a perfect option for mature travelers who want to enjoy new experiences without the stress of packing, airport lines, or long road trips. There's a lot of benefits to staycations: less travel, more enjoyment. You skip the exhaustion of long flights or drives, and you can focus on the experience itself. Often it can be budget friendly too. You can save on airfare, and you can use that money for special activities like dining or spa treatments. It's low stress, no time zone changes, jet lag, or complicated itineraries. You can discover hidden gems. We often overlook amazing places in our own backyard. Local attractions near Orange County are endless, or California as a whole, or Southern California. And so I picked out a few things that I thought would be great for my audience. And this might be a no-brainer. Laguna Beach. Stroll through the art galleries, visit the Pageant of the Masters, seasonally, of course. If you sign up for the pageant newsletter, you get offers for discounts, and your ticket can get you into the art and music during the entire event over a couple of months. This is one of my favorites, so of course I'm mentioning it. And if you want to get in the car, Newport Beach or Dana Point. Take a harbor cruise, go whale watching, take a sunset cruise, or ride the ferry to Balboa Island for a nostalgic experience. In Dana Point, you can explore tide pools at the Ocean Institute, or take a boat to Catalina Island, just 26 miles across the ocean, and you're in paradise. Boats leave from Dana Point, Long Beach, and San Pedro. And for a really fun experience, take a helicopter. I did that once, and it was really great. The golf cart taxis will come right to the helipad and take you into town. If you like boating, there are some clubs in the woods to join as well. Cultural and historic sites around are Mission San Juan Capistrano. You can explore the beautiful gardens and historic ruins of California's Jewel of the Missions. In Santa Ana is Bowers Museum. They feature history, art, and culture exhibits, perfect for a good, enriching afternoon. Nature and scenic getaways are right at hand for us too. Crystal Cove State Park. Hiking trails, breathtaking views, have lunch at the historic Beachcomber Cafe, but make reservations because it's hard to get in there, but it's so cool. Fullerton Arboretum, a peaceful retreat with lush gardens, ideal for a relaxing walk. And if you want to get entertainment, Seagram is right just a short drive away with all kinds of concerts, Broadway shows, ballets. Drive to Old Town Orange, browse antique shops, have a nostalgic diner meal, or visit the charming cafes all locally. If you like shopping, of course you've got South Coast Plaza or Fashion Island. For my other views in California, there are a multitude of options too, from visiting the Getty Center Museum to the Academy Museum in West Hollywood or Hollywood, taking a show at the Hollywood Bowl. Visit Ventura, Santa Barbara, Solvang, Temecula, Palm Springs. All of these places offer the ability to vacation with a short drive. If you like the outdoors, visit Kings Canyon, the Sequoias, Yosemite, or visit the coast, Cambria, or venture further north up to Big Sur. Beauty abounds in the state of California.
Well, thank you for watching. It is such a pleasure to be able to do this show and to enjoy my travels as well as a senior travel adventurer. And if you have any questions, please feel free to email me at the information on the screen. And also, if you could please subscribe to my channels, I would so appreciate it. It's at Senior Travel Adventures up on the screen. That's on Instagram, YouTube. I also have a website, seniortraveladventures.net, and I blog regularly there as well. So thanks again for watching.